Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Wayne's World. Got little Corbin back here behind us, and
Little.
he is hanging out, so to speak. We are going to finish up tonight with the Bobby Eaton trilogy, so to speak. Been doing this for a couple of weeks. Had part one and part two last week. And this week we are going to finish all of it. I'm going to read it live. So if I mispronunciate something, don't hold it against me, but that is part of it. Personally, had a really rough week. Had a rough week last week. I see I've got one person just chimed in, and they are on Wayne's World on YouTube. Say hello to me so I know who you are, and I'm sure you will, quite naturally. Could be a number of people. It could be Laza, it could be PJ, it could be Brooks, it could be whoever. But anyway, thank you for joining, and we are going to get right into it and try to go ahead and get all the ads and all the stuff out of the way real quick. And I am going to bring up right now, it is LPWFG. It is Laza's Pro Wrestling Fan Group. He is on Facebook, and it is facebook.com/groups/Laza's Pro Wrestling Fan Group /. So be sure you check him out, guys. He does a lot of stuff in Australia, and he also does and covers certain things with WWE and different places. Hello, Al. Good to see you, buddy. I will leave that up for just for a few more minutes, just in case somebody would like to write it down. It is facebook.com/groups/Laza's Pro Wrestling Fan Group /. All right, we are going to go ahead and take that off and go ahead and get that out of the way and bring me back up and remove that. So that is out of the way. Tonight we are going to discuss Bobby Eaton. It is the beautiful one, Bobby Eaton. One half of the Midnight Express, and they were managed by Jim Cornette. And it was an absolute great thing back in the day. I had two on YouTube. Now I have one again. That's all fine and dandy. Got little Corbin back here in the background. He's hanging out, and we are going
what
to.
you talking about?
He's being silly. But anyway, we are going to finish up tonight with the Bobby Eaton tribute bio, whatever you want to call it. Get all this out of the way, and then I am going to go on hiatus for a few weeks. I have several hard drives and things on my computer that I need to get put on my external drive, and it is going to take some time. Last week, I did not get a chance really to sit down and do all the graphics and do everything that I wanted to do for tonight's show. Of course, it's still rather lengthy, and it would have took me forever. But anyway, in any case, we are going to read this tonight, and I'm going to throw one graphic up on the screen, and it's the same one I just threw up a second ago. We are going to start it off with the Bobby Eaton opening video. Same one that I've been showing. It's got Jim Cornette doing the background voice and all that kind of stuff and all the different shots and different angles. So we are going to do that. However, last week, like I said, it was extremely hot. Of course, those of you that know, I work outside, and I come home. I'm tired. I'm beat. I'm ready to take a bath, ready to eat, and I'm ready to go to bed. I'm normally in bed about 7 o'clock or 6:30, somewhere about in that area. So this week hadn't been too bad. I think it was Tuesday. It was like 100 outside. But I did not get a chance to sit down at the computer and put all the pictures and stuff. I've still got all of them, but you have to convert them over to PDF format in order to get them to show, and it's a pain in the rear end. But anyway, I did try, but I wasn't very successful. I didn't get everything done like I wanted to, but that's okay. That's part of it. That's part of being live, guys. This week has been, it's been okay. Last week was pretty tough. And I hope everybody out there so far has had a really great week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And again, like I said, if somebody's ugly to you, just treat them with a smile and go on about your way. There's no sense in getting upset and making them ruin your day. Um, I am okay. Al put up a comment, and I see three people now, and all three are on YouTube. So I'm taking it. PJ probably tuned in, maybe Laza. I plugged his stuff. um, it says Al says, "How close are you to having Wayne's World back on Facebook? I still need 7 people to follow me. I'm at 93. I have to have 100. And if you can share, like, subscribe, whatever it is, that's fine. I am was supposed to be broadcasting on my Greg Wayne page. However, it did not come up this time. Um, Not Wayne's World, but Greg Wayne. And for some reason, it did not pop up, and it was supposed to, but it didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that because it's just eating up my damn bandwidth. But the thing is yes, I'm still 7 away from Wayne's World. I'm thinking very seriously when I have time to do an actual website and just publicize that and have everybody go there instead of, and YouTube's a good thing because they archive my footage. However, YouTube as well as Facebook and Twitter now, matter of fact, X, whatever you want to call it, um, they have upped their requirements to live stream. So I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm not on Twitch. I was, but I'm not now. Quit being silly boy. So Twitter now says you have to subscribe to their premium stuff in order to broadcast on Twitter. So I'm no longer on Twitter. And I did have 2 or 3 people. Hey, PJ, good to see you, hon. I did have 2 or 3 people on Twitter that was following me and was watching on a regular basis. However, now that they've done up their stuff, now you have to pay for it in order to live stream. And Al says hello to PJ. Matter of fact, let me turn on my overlay so everybody can see everybody's chats. Now it's on. There we go. So it is one of them things where I'm not sure. How do I get this back off? Go back to chat. Now click that back off. All right. I'm not sure exactly because the next plan up is like $50 a month. I'm already paying 63 or 64 or something like that just for Adobe, which I have the entire suite. And that does the video, it does the audio, it does websites, it does all kind of graphics, it does animation, it does all kind of stuff. That I don't really mind so much. However, Restream, the program that I use, and same one I think Randy Hills uses, they changed their formats and their things and pricing and all that kind of stuff. And that's like $22 a month, something like that. It's not much, but you only broadcast in 720. Before it was 1080. Now it's not. And they're steadily changing things and making stuff more and more difficult, I guess, would be the word I would need to say. So it's not beneficial to me. I may go back to OBS, which is an open source thing. That's a lot of work. As far as doing the editing video and voiceovers and all that kind of stuff, that ain't no big deal. That's done on Adobe. But in order to get certain little things like your chat boxes and all that kind of stuff where I can see what everybody's saying, and plus all the different platforms that you have to go on, it is a lot of work involved in setting it all up. And sometimes it saves it, sometimes it loses it. So, again, it's one of them things. But anyway, we are going to get right on into this, guys, because I know you are busy. Depending on what part of the world you're in, you're getting ready for work, or you are already at work, or whatever the case may be. It may be morning time, it may be afternoon, it may be evening, it may be the same time I'm on. So, and it could be a day ahead or a day behind. But anyway, we're going to get right on into this. And like I said, I have one graphic that I'm going to throw up, and then I am going to read everything, and I hope I pronunciate it because I know PJ will get a kick out of it if I screw it up. We're going to not overlook, but we're going to look at World Television Champion 1991, and this is Bobby Eaton, quite naturally. And then the Dangerous Alliance 91 to 92, and then we're going to look at Smoky Mountain in 93, New Japan in 93, 94, 95. There's a whole lot here, guys. And then his return to WCW in 93 to 2000. His tag teams and single appearances, the Blue Bloods, 95 to 96. I believe that was when he was in WWE, I think. I could be wrong. Final years and his departure, 96 through 2000. And then his late career was 2000, 2016. And then we're going to move into his professional wrestling style and persona. I am correct. And then his reputation, and then his personal life, family, and then his health issues that he had. Make sure I cover everything here. My papers are sticking together for some stupid reason. And then his death, which will be the final. So it is rather lengthy. Like I said, it was several more pages. I wish I could have added everything before, but I couldn't. So we are fixing to get into this. I am going to show the opening video of Bobby Eaton, the one we did here a while back. And it's the one with Jim Cornette doing all the commentary, and it's got the paper ads and all the different things in it. I really, really do like this video. So here it is, guys. I hope you enjoy it.
Presenting to you now the Mid-South Tag Team Champions and the men who will defend those belts proudly throughout the program. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
He was one of my favorite guys to work with in the ring. I got nothing but respect for beautiful Bobby Eaton. Him and whether it was Loverboy Dennis Condrey or Sweet Stan Lane with Jim Cornette as their manager, one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
I love Bobby Eaton. He was so good. My God, timing. Bobby could do anything and had immaculate timing.
Man, you talk about a quality man. I don't know that there's a better human being on the planet than that man right there, Bobby Eaton. You know, for 12 years or something, we lived one street apart. Best friends. Love Bobby Eaton.
You met the Rock and Roll Express. You came out victorious. However, tonight things may change.
Oh, lots of things change in life. People change, places change, things change, and a lot of things change in professional wrestling, especially over the last couple of years. But some things never change. The Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express, still the greatest tag team matchup in the history of professional wrestling. But we never get enough of beating those punks up.
Bobby Eaton was, in my opinion, the greatest tag team wrestler that has ever lived, if not one of the greatest wrestlers that ever lived.
It ain't bragging, it's fact. We're the #1 tag team in professional wrestling.
Please welcome one of Sting's best friends and a little Stinger himself, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Bobby Eaton!
But if you're a younger fan and you've never seen Bobby and Arn in tag action, it's a clinic. And if you're a tag team wrestler, you're a wannabe, you're somebody that's just getting things rolling in their career, these are the kind of unknown to the general populace of matches that you want to watch. Understand why they do what they do. Understand how they make transition. They're not awkward, they're not clumsy, they're not clunky, everything's smooth, and it makes sense. It's logical.
And this right here, this Mid-America belt, the thing that I own, in which I'm going to be the people's champion, and get in here to defend it against anybody and anyone. That's including this little chump in the ring right now.
Now look at the strength of Bobby Eaton.
We got a new world television champion. WCW World Television Champion. Beautiful Bobby. Put Flair away. There's a backbreaker.
Beautiful Bobby measures, and there's the neckbreaker.
He hooks the leg. Beautiful Bobby wins the first fall.
This guy is good enough to know what he needs to do, what I need to do, and teach me on the fly. A true professional's professional.
He's just one of the nicest guys in the history of the wrestling business, no doubt about it.
Bobby was like just pure of heart, man.
And I remember Mick Foley talking and praising Bobby Eaton for helping him early on. Goldberg, wanted Bobby Eaton to end his streak because of all the help that Bobby Eaton gave him early on in his career.
Some things never change. We're still the greatest tag team combination in the history of professional wrestling. Always have been and always will be, regardless of who says different.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton. And here we go, guys. World Television Champion 1991. For the first time since 1979, Eaton was a singles competitor, and he faced an uphill struggle to establish himself. He wrestled his former opponents in tag team competitions such as Brad Armstrong, whom he defeated at Wrestle War 91. Ricky Morton, and Z-Man Tom Zink, who he defeated at Starrcade 90, but lost at Clash of the Champions 14. But it was not until he turned face during the early parts of 1991 that he started to move up the rankings. Per a Wrestling Observer newsletter report, Eaton signed a 2-year contract worth $170,000 in the year of January 1991. At Super Brawl 1, Eaton defeated Arn Anderson to win the World Television Championship. Eaton's highest profile match as a singles wrestler came when he faced off against World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair at Clash of the Champions 15, and a 2 out of 3 falls match. Eaton pinned Flair in the first fall, but ultimately lost to Flair in the 2 falls to 1. His World Television Championship reign was short-lived, losing the title to newcomer Stunning Steve Austin, who leveraged his manager and Eaton's tights to get the pinfall victory. The match aired on tape delay on June 29, 1991, even though it was taped on June 3rd, 9 days before the Clash. So Eaton was only mentioned as champion during the top 10 ranking segment of that event. The Dangerous Alliance, 1991 through 1992. Late in 1991, Paul E. Dangerously formed the faction of Dangerous Alliance. Eaton joined the group when he assisted Rick Rude, with the storyline being that Dangerously had brought Rude to WCW in defeating Sting for the United States Championship. In joining the group, Eaton became allies with Rude, Larry Zbyszko, and his 2 former rivals of the World Television Championship in Arn Anderson and Steve Austin. Shortly after the group was formed, Anderson and Eaton became its tag team specialists, as both men had been successful tag team wrestlers in their careers. Anderson himself had been a 2-time world champion, teaming with Tully Blanchard in the Four Horsemen, and had also won the belts with Zbyszko earlier in the year. Eaton and Anderson quickly won the WCW World Tag Team Championships by defeating Ricky Steamboat and Dustin Rhodes. The team, to whom Anderson and Zbyszko lost the belts for the championship and held onto the belts for 5 months before they lost them to the Steiner brothers. At one point during 1992, the Dangerous Alliance held every title except the WCW World title, which was held by their main opponent and arch enemy, Sting. The war between the Dangerous Alliance and Sting and friends escalated until it was decided to settle it at a double-ring War Games match at Wrestle War 1992. Sting's team won when Sting forced Eaton to give up after Larry Zbyszko accidentally struck Eaton in the arm with a metal rod. This match would be given a 5-star rating from David Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. In the aftermath of the War Games match, Zbyszko was kicked out of the Alliance for causing the Alliance loss. Soon after, the Alliance disintegrated. Finally, Paulie dangerously left WCW. Eaton and Anderson continued to team with the Alliance, fell apart. Now managed by Michael Hayes, Eaton and Anderson worked in the tag team division until the WCW booker Bill Watts fired Eaton along with a number of WCW regulars in a cost-cutting measure. All right, that was that part, and that was the Dangerous Alliance. The next one is Smoky Mountain Wrestling in 1993. It's rather short, guys. When Eaton found himself without a job, he reached out to former manager Jim Cornette. Cornette had started his own wrestling promotion, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, SMW, and welcomed Eaton with open arms. Eaton joined up with Heavenly Body Stan Lane and Tom Pritchard, and the three were booked as the company's top heels for a while. Eaton also won the Smoky Mountain Wrestling version of the TV title known as the SMW Beat the Champ Television Championship. Now that takes care of Smoky Mountain. New Japan Pro Wrestling 1993, 94, and 95. Eaton first toured through Japan with New Japan Wrestling in May of 1993 during their Explosion Tour, teaming with Tony Holm, and in various tag team matches facing teams such as Hiroshi Hase and here we go, PJ, and Keiji Muta, I can't pronunciate that name, Manabu Nakanishi, and Masao Sato. I can pronunciate that one, I know that name. Shinya Hashimoto and Mikayoshi Ohara, Riki Choshu, and Takayaki Izuzuki, and even Hawk Warrior and Power Warrior. I'm getting a kick out of that one. That was a bunch of damn foreign names. Known as the Hellraisers, with the latter part put the IWGP Tag Team Championships on the line June 14th, in which Eaton and Holm lost. In January 1994, Eaton went back to Japan during their Fighting Spirit Tour, wrestling only in tag team matches, with the exception of a singles match against Black Cat and another against Power Warrior. Teaming with Rambo and Mike Enos in 1995 during their NJPW and WCW World in Japan tour. Eaton, now under the Earl Robert Eaton character, toured with New Japan for the last time, wrestling only 2 tag team matches in 2 days, teaming with Johnny B. Bad. The announcer mistakenly referred to him as Bobby instead of Robert. In a losing effort, the Okami Gundam, Mashiro Chono, and Hiroshi, I can't pronunciate that name, Hiroyoshi Tenzin, and another losing effort along Lord Steven Regal against Kensuke Sasaki and Osumu Nushimuro. All right, damn all them foreign names. All right, that takes care of that part, guys. His return to WCW in 1993 to 2000, tag teams and singles appearances 93 to 95. When Bill Watts was ousted from his promotion of the WCW in favor of Eric Bischoff in 1993, Eaton was rehired. Once back on the roster, Eaton teamed up with young Chris Benoit in Benoit's first stint with WCW. Together, they were mainly used to help establish rising teams on giving established teams opposition. After Benoit left to return to Japan, Eaton's next venture in tag teaming under the name Bad Attitude, he teamed up with Steve Kern, formerly of the Fabulous Ones. Bad Attitude's single noteworthy moment together came when they presented as Arn Anderson turned on tag team partner Dustin Rhodes. Otherwise, the team did not get much exposure. During this time, Eaton also made a couple of appearances in ECW due to talent trade arrangements between WCW and ECW at the When the Worlds Collide show on May 14, 1994. He teamed with Sabu and beat Arn Anderson and Terry Funk. Well, that takes care of the return for WCW. And the next thing we're going to do is the Blue Bloods, and it's 95 and 96. So, the Blue Bloods. After Bad Attitude quietly ended, Indian was placed with British snob Lord Stephen Regal. A series of vignettes followed in which Regal educated Eaton on how to become a man of class and sophistication. Eaton became Earl Robert Eaton, and along with Regal and Squire David Taylor, formed the Blue Bloods. The team initially feuded with the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobbs and Jerry Saggs, their complete opposition in terms of sophistication and presentation. They also feuded with Harlem Heat, Booker T, and Stevie Ray over the World Tag Team Championship, but never took the belts. In all of 1996, the team members made only one pay-per-view appearance as individuals in the Lethal Lottery during May's Slamboree. Later that year, Regal won the World Television Championship. Not long after, Eaton was moved out of the group, turning on his partners, and wrestled Regal for the Television Championship on 2 occasions. His final years and departure in 1996 to 2000, the Blue Blood storyline represented the last serious push that Eaton was given by the WCW booking team. After the run with Regal and Taylor ended, Eaton was simply known as Bobby Eaton and wrestled mainly on WCW Saturday Night and WCW Worldwide, and quite naturally at house shows, occasionally winning against wrestlers lower on the card and losing to wrestlers above him. Eaton helped train wrestlers at the WCW Power Plant. In early 1999, Eaton carried out motion capture work for the video game WCW Mayhem. Eaton was released from WCW in March of 2000, ending a 15-year run with the company, just before the regimen under Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo kicked in. His late career, 2000-2016. After his release from WCW, Eaton began working in the independent circuit. In July 2000, he made a brief return to ECW. By November 2000, he mainly wrestled for NWA Mid-Atlantic, where he feuded with Ricky Morton. In January 2001, Eaton signed with the World Wrestling Federation as a trainer for their developmental territories. In February 2001, he went to the WWF's Memphis developmental system, Power Pro Wrestling, where he aligned himself with Brandon Baxter and Victoria against Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler, and The Cat. However, the intense feud was cut short as a month later WWF cut ties with Power Pro due to Lawler quitting the promotion over Cat's firing in late February. That's from WWF. Power Pro would eventually fold, and Eaton moved on to Louisville to Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. He would also go to Cincinnati for Heartland Wrestling Association, most notably appearing on the 2001 Brian Pillman Memorial Show. Accompanied by Cornette, he wrestled Terry Taylor in a Legends match with Ricky Steamboat as a special guest referee. Eventually, Eaton would be released in 2002. After his WWF release, Eaton returned to the independents, returning to the NWA Mid-Atlantic and also wrestled for IWA Mid-South. Eaton made a one-night-only appearance for Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, on August 13, 2003. as part of the Kid Cash storyline, where Cash faced off against series of 1980s wrestling stars such as Larry Zbyszko and Ricky Morton. Eaton lost Kid Cash in his only TNA appearance. In 2003, Eaton formed a new version of the Midnight Express with Ricky Nelson, whom he previously tagged with in 2000. This Midnight Express version was very short-lived, and Eaton instead began touring with Dennis Condrey and sometimes Stan Lane as the Midnight Express in 2004. This version of the Midnight Express performed together on select independent wrestling cards in the United States until 2011, when Condrey worked his last match. On October 23, 2015, Eaton wrestled one final match of his nearly 40-year career, losing to Ricky Morton, also ending the 30-plus-year feud between the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express. Eaton wrestled his last match on March 19, 2016, of his nearly 40-year career. Competed in a 15-man battle royal won by Popo the Clown at RWC Seek to Destroy Cancer in Fayetteville, North Carolina. His professional wrestling style and persona. At the outset of his career, Eaton was wrestled as a babyface. After joining the Midnight Express, he adopted the villainous persona of beautiful Bobby Eaton. In the mid-1990s, upon teaming with Lord Steven Regal, Eaton became Earl Robert Eaton, a haughty, supposed aristocrat. Eaton wrestled as a technical style. His principal finishing move was the Alabama Jam, a diving leg drop. During his stint as Earl Robert Eaton, he renamed it the Tower of London. His signature moves include a spinning neckbreaker and an armbar DDT known as the Divorce Court for his purported ability to cause a shoulder separation. Eaton was highly regarded for his psychology and timing. Former tag team partner William Regal noted Eaton's incredible precision to everything that he did, timing, control, and the ability to improvise. Wrestling in 2006, ring announcer Gary Michael Capetta described Eaton as one of the most flawless workers still active in the business. Fellow wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin described wrestling Eaton as a night off due to Eaton's in-ring offense that looked convincing but did not hurt his opponents. For much of his career, Eaton was a tag team wrestler. As one half of the Midnight Express, he utilized quick tags, innovative double-team maneuvers. Missy Hyatt described the Midnight Express as being able to go 45 minutes in the ring and never repeat a move. Bobby Eaton's reputation. Eaton was often regarded as one of the nicest people in the wrestling business, even though wrestled as a heel for a majority of his career. In his 1999 book, Have a Nice Day, Mick Foley praised Eaton as being one of the most underrated superstars in the business, and its nicest, commenting, "It was damn near impossible to pay for anything with Bobby around, though I will confess to not trying that hard." Jim Cornette and Sean Waltman noted that Eaton would regularly travel with an extra suitcase filled with toiletries, socks, and other often forgotten items that would give to anyone who needed them, which Steve Austin recalled in his 2003 autobiography, The Stone Cold Truth. In his personal life, his family. Eaton was married to Bill Dundee's daughter Donna, born October 2nd, 1963. When they first started dating, they had to keep the relationship secret from her father, which is Bill Dundee, as her father had forbidden her to dating the wrestlers he was booking. When Dundee found out she was dating Eaton, he relented because Eaton was such a nice man. They were married in 1981. Eaton and Donna had 4 children: Jason, born in 1982, Dustin, born in 1984, Taryn, born in 1986, and Dylan, born in 1988. Dylan is also a professional wrestler. Donna died on June 26, 2021, at the age of 57 from breast cancer. Whew, Lord. His health issues. In September 2006, it was reported that Eaton was hospitalized after suffering a heart attack. Eaton later released a statement saying that he did not have a heart attack, but it was instead diagnosed with high blood pressure with a hint of diabetes. After that, he suffered several health issues, especially cardiac problems, which saw him hospitalized on several occasions. In June 2013, Eaton underwent successful surgery to have a pacemaker inserted. On July 24, 2021, it was reported that Eaton suffered a fall at his home in Nashville, breaking several fingers and injuring his hip. On his death, guys, August 4th, 2021, just over a month after his wife's death, and 10 days prior to his own 63rd birthday, Eaton died in his sleep at home in Nashville, Tennessee. He was found dead by his daughter Taryn, who had recently moved in with him to monitor his health. A memorial service for Eaton was held on August 24th in Atatoka, Tennessee. Numerous family members, as well as wrestlers from numerous promotions, gathered. Charles Robinson, Stan Lane, Tom Pritchard, Jim Cornette, and Arn Anderson, as well as Eaton's father-in-law, Bill Dundee, was among the notable people in attendance. All right, guys, that takes care of all that, and that is what it is. So, that finished Bobby Eaton. I'm making this stack of paper put back together so I can get it filed in my file cabinet. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. It was rather long, and I do apologize for some of the words and stuff, and not a lot of Japanese names. Thank you, PJ. But anyway, guys, it is what it is, and I did the best I could do with it. And here is a video, and it is Monday Night Memories, guys. Hope you enjoy it.
I found a program stuck back in my drawer. It was faded, it was torn. I couldn't wait till I looked inside. Some are gone, some are still alive. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Jerry Lawler, he's the king. Austin Idol, superstar Dundee. Handsome Jimmy, he's so cool. Jimmy Hart acted like a silly fool. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Jackie Fargo said, "Put up your dukes." The girls thought the fabulous ones were cute. Sputnik Monroe, Don and Al Green, the Gilberts and the Funks, I thought they were so mean. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you.
All right, that takes care of that, and that was Monday Night Memories. And we are fixing to get ready to get out of here, guys. I still got one person watching out there on YouTube. I do appreciate you very much for sticking around. Yes, PJ, it was a lot of Japanese names. I hope I didn't murder them too bad. Of course, I'm not real good on pronunciating all those. Because I don't speak a Japanese. I really don't think so. I'm trying to remember the lyrics, but anyway. Could do a little song or something, but I'm probably not going to. Fixing to get ready to get out of here, guys, and I hope everybody out there has an absolutely wonderful weekend. Don't forget, I am not going to be on probably for the next several weeks. I'm going to revamp everything and try to get all my files off my computer onto my external drive, which is sitting, well, y'all can't see it. It's over here. It's like an 8 terabyte. So I should have plenty of space to move everything. Plus, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hard drives that I've got to get all my videos and pictures and all the different stuff off of. So I'm going to be busy for the next few weeks. But anyway, I hope everybody out there enjoyed it, guys. If you have any questions or anything out there, be sure you email me at gregwayne1@hotmail.com and just send me a note, do whatever. If you have any suggestions for somebody you would like to see me do something on, please do. Please send me an email. And it's at gregwayne1@hotmail.com. And I'm going to leave that up there for right now. If you have any suggestions at all, please, anybody that you can think of that you would like to hear about on or information or anything like that, please send it to me. If you have a question, ask me. If I don't know the answer, I'll do everything I possibly can to get the answer. I got 2 now on YouTube. Thank you very much. And we are, like I said, well, somebody just chimed in. Let's see. Addle Tuttle says, enjoying the show tonight, Greg. I just saw where Hulk Hogan is about to speak right before Trump's. Yes, he is. And I'm not normally, Al, I don't normally get political. But I am going to talk about this just for a second because I think it is very, very important. Al says he enjoyed the show tonight, Greg, and saw the Hulk Hogan speak right before Trump Republican convention. Yes, he had Hogan come in. He also made an appearance on Raw, talking about Trump. And it is a shame that our society has gotten like it has. It's one of them things where you're trying to do a rally or whatever the hell it is they call it, because I'm not political. I don't know what the hell they do. But then you get shot. I mean, damn, he got grazed on his ear. I mean, he's really, really lucky. Unfortunately, the guy that was back there behind him did not make it. That's a shame. However, the sniper, and there's a whole bunch of other political crap going on that you know, when he brought it up and was fixing to shoot him, how come our snipers, the police, FBI, Secret Service, whatever you want to call them, didn't already shoot this guy, and it would have saved that other man's life. However, not real sure what the protocols were, so I can't really comment on all that. However, I do believe Trump, probably because of all this, and it may have been a setup, I don't know. I have no earthly idea. I don't know nothing about political. I don't want to talk about it because it is so controversial. I think Trump is going to be our next president. Al says, who did you say was on Raw? I missed that. It was Trump. I saw a graphic that had the Raw graphic at the bottom like normal, and it showed him backstage walking. He still had the Band-Aid and stuff on his ear, or the patch, or, you know, bandage, whatever. And it said that he made an appearance on Raw. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't watch Raw, so I can't honestly say that because it was just something I saw on the internet. It was on my phone. I understand that he had Hulk Hogan hype the people up and everything before he came out on his Republican thing. I think that was great. It's great advertising. It's great promoting. And I think Vince McMahon may have had a little something to do with that, or Linda McMahon, or whoever, one of the McMahons, or Triple H, or somebody. Somebody had something to do with it. Of course, you don't really know how close Hulk Hogan is, and Trump, and you know, everybody that he may know or does know. So, I mean, it is very, very well that, you know, it is one of them things that it is all political, and it's about getting whatever word you can get out there and get as much publicity as possible, which is the way I would do it. I've also worked for people that said bad publicity is still good publicity, at least it's publicity. And I don't always necessarily agree with that, because some negative stuff is not good. But publicity is publicity, guys. So we are fixing to get ready to get out of here. I hope, is there any more questions out there? Al just made a comment. He said, Hogan hasn't spoken yet. I think he's coming up in a few minutes. Oh, so I take it you were watching the Republican convention thing. That's what I'm taking. So I am going to get out of here and let you watch that, Al. And I hope PJ and Al and anybody else that's watching this, I hope you have a great weekend. And remember, guys, treat everybody the way you would like to be treated. And if somebody's being ugly to you, just smile at them and wish them a good day. And because you never know what somebody else is going through, guys. So this is Greg Wayne, and don't forget, I will be back, but it may be a month from now. I'm going to take a little hiatus and try to get all my files and all that kind of stuff on my computer, on my external hard drive, where I have everything together. Got to organize all of it, because it's just scattered everywhere. Anyway, guys, I hope everybody out there enjoyed the show, and we will see y'all very, very soon. This is Greg Wayne for Wayne's World, saying so long, everybody.